One, and we're live. So while me and Alistair were doing something else, version 3 news came out.
One, two,
Ah,
three,
3 version
three,
3 is
three.
coming.
Yeah.
Um, Warlord Games had, to some people, announced that something was going on today, and it was going to be at 2 o'clock. And so we were doing something else. We were recording another video, and we were like watching what was happening on their page. And then boom, 2 o'clock, this just dropped. So I'm going to link this for all you guys watching at home, and Alistair and me will basically live react to what's going on with our game.
Yep. So I was part of some sort of email group that received a little press release. I think I opened mine around sort of 1:30 UK time on the 17th of April, to say that there was news coming, but about third edition, because obviously a lot of the community would have seen the Osprey Games page note thing that was spread around, but
Yeah, there was
well,
a slight leak. Someone had jumped the gun at Osprey and committed a slight faux pas,
yeah.
and people were sharing it around because everyone was super excited.
Yeah, and I'm
So
sure
we knew that was coming.
even in the background of myself and Bo's recording, you will hear all our messengers just pinging with alerts as just
Yeah.
all the communities that we're part of just go crazy. But as you've got on the screen now, this is from the Warlord Games community site.
Yep. Link in the description.
Yeah, there's a whole load of
Go.
nice preamble.
Yep. So there's a bit here from Calvatori. So basically, third edition is coming out late September this year. Here we go. Which is kind of an interesting date. We just talked about that because some tournaments that it might clash with. Will we have enough time, for instance, to make sure that World Open War can that be run in third edition, or will we be too close to the date for that? I mean, lots of things to think about there. Yeah.
But I think that the main cruxes of the release, there's lots to read, but the first thing is, sorry, I was going to say the first thing I think is essential to get to for the viewers is, what about the rule books? So the third edition rule book will come out.
Yep.
It will automatically supersede the second edition rule book, as you would expect.
Yep.
And it replaces all the existing army books from release.
Yes. So, because contained within the main rulebook will be 5 starter armies, allowing you to construct forces of Great Britain, US, USSR, Germany, and Imperial Japan. Other nations will have similar lists available as PDF downloads.
Yeah.
So everything will be reworked.
Yeah, we've seen this thing before with other game systems that they'll release a get you by list, and I'm sure it was the same. It was the same when they released the very first edition of the game. All the army lists were in the back of the book before the army books actually started to come out down the line, and so that's what's happening here. But there is another line in that section that says campaign and theatre books will remain valid.
Yes.
In terms of background.
Down here.
But then it goes on later on to talk about that this edition will overhaul points values and unit profiles.
Where do we have that? Third edition will completely overhaul the unit profiles, special rules, and points across the dozens of sources of the first 2 editions. So basically, we can look forward to, I think, Gurkhas costing more and German tanks costing less, I guess.
Yeah.
They're going to look over everything and see if it makes sense still.
But what I envision here, Bo, is that when the armies of books come out, they will have absorbed all of the expansion units to update them and present them here, because it says quite cleverly that the campaign and theatre books will remain valid as the background and scenarios are still very much relevant, but the majority of the units will get updated in the army books. So I think our army books are going to get fatter.
Yes. And I think
but
they're going
better.
to include all the. I mean, people have for years now made list of all the generic units. I think they'll be included into the army books now. Potentially, they'll even look through the theater lists and say, well, this unit needs to go into the generic reinforced platoon as well. So I think we'll have a much fatter army book after this reconstruction.
Brilliant.
I like this like summary here that someone has written. I don't know if it's Marcus Vine or if it's Scalatori who wrote this, but is the game recognizable as the one we know and love? Many of the core mechanics are intact. Some are refined, updated, tuned to provide smoother gameplay, which is always nice. New players will be welcome to a system that's easy to pick up and learn. I've always felt like this was one of the core strengths of Bold Action. It's really easy to pick up. A brand new reworked army list selection system with fantastic new opportunities for fielding truly unique forces. That sentence is really interesting because are they talking about a new way of picking your army here? I think they are.
I would think so too. I think the generic platoon structure is potentially going to be a thing of the past.
Yeah.
And because it was like a really great catch-all for all the armies. You know, you got your lieutenant, then you had to take your 2 infantry squads, then you had the choice of 3 other infantry squads, but different nations put their armies together in different ways, and I think it'd be nice to see that reflected and give each nation more of a personality outside of their national special rules, which may or may not exist now in 3rd edition.
Yeah. And they also talk about a new scenario generator. Oh, what is a scenario generator? Is that where you like roll up so you get one type of deployment, one type of table setup, one type of objectives, maybe?
Yeah, it's got that feeling, doesn't it? That you'd have,
like different elements being mixed together?
Yeah, deployment style, mission style, then mission special rules, trying to work in night fighting, or
maybe?
there was always great ones for dawn and night assaults.
Yeah.
From different game systems, and so if they put a lot of work into this, because we all know that the scenarios from the book had a lot of flavor, but some of them weren't good for balanced play. So
yeah, and we've fought them so many times that we know them.
Yeah, we've fought World War II.
Yeah.
We've fought World War II and World War III over the past sort of 14 years. So
yeah.
But there's that last core mechanic chat though that we're still using D6s. Sorry,
here we go. Do I need different dice tokens templates? Nope. Bolded Action 3rd edition will still use all the Bold Action stables we know and love, the D6, the pin markers, the multifunction templates, and of course, the iconic order dice activation system.
Yes, that's what we all needed to hear.
That's it. That's all I needed.
That's all I really needed to hear.
Yeah, it is. We're still not sure when the exact date will be for release of all this, but I guess you should sign up to the newsletter here just to get your news as soon as possible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Are we feeling excited, Alistair?
We're on the path to number 3.
Number 3. Here we go. So that was all we had to say today. Right. I can hardly wait. September, here we come. Cheers.